To start your painting, grab some water and 2 brushes. If you've got my brush set, it will be the size 0 and size 2 that I use here. Your paints, of course, that you got with your kit, and then your pieces. I'm going to start with the little bunnies because I'm going to paint them at the same time. The first thing that you want to do is to add water to all the paints. So I add a drop of water or 2 drops of water to each one of the little colors. This is after you stuck them down on your palette, and then just leave them for about a minute to rehydrate and swirl your brush in the paint, and then you can go ahead and paint your piece. For this one, I didn't leave it to stand long enough to rehydrate, so you can kind of see it's a little bit, well, I say when you can see the wood through the paint, then you don't have enough paint on your brush. So then go around and just paint your whole piece. I predominantly used white on this one, so just go around, paint your whole piece, and when that's done, I want to show you guys how I do the shading on the bunnies. So I painted the bunnies in white first, and then I just go into my silver and I just dab some silver paint onto the wet white paint, dry my brush off, and then I just go in with the tip of the brush and just blend it in. So you can paint the whole bunny in just silver, but I feel that that just looks too flat and bland, so try and build it up, and then when they are done they will look like this, so adorable. So let's assemble them. So grab the blank piece, your wood glue, your detail stick, and then the clips, and for this part you're going to use the glue and just put it on the back of the designs. Of course you don't want to put it on the front, so just add some glue on. You don't need a heap of glue, and don't put too much on so it doesn't squeeze out of the edges when you put the clips on. You just basically want enough on to keep them tight. Then once you have your glue in your piece, take the blank piece and stick that on. So you're going to sandwich these pieces together. So again, put the glue on the other side, and then once that's done, we're going to clip them all together. Again, just make sure that you don't put too much glue on. You don't want them to squeeze out of the edges. Once you're happy with that, you can pop the glue away and then just stick this one on top. And then it's incredibly important that this bottom piece is aligned properly, because that's going to go into the wood piece. So just use your clip and clip it to the bottom. You can see the space between the sheets. Here I'm just using the leaves to straighten for that bottom piece, and then I'm just putting the clips all around, and then I'm going to put this one to the side so this one can dry. While this one dries, we're going to paint our main piece and all these cute little critters that I added to it. Same process as before, add water to all of your paints, but this time around you don't need to let it rehydrate for too long because you've just used your paint on the little bunny and flower piece. So go with your brush into your colors, and then you can go ahead and paint straight onto the wood. I try and pick up a color and then paint all of the pieces or of the design that I want to make in that same color. Once you completed painting all of the design, we're going to go ahead and do the glazing. For your glazing, grab your glazing stand, your clear stuff, and of course your little LED light. So just open that one up and put it to the side because we're going to use that. And then your wood pieces, of course. Now this one will be dry enough for you to remove the clips now after you've painted all of the pieces, or the main piece I should say. Then go ahead and straight out of the bottle add your glaze to your flower. So I'm doing the center of this one first, and then I'm going to cure it just for about 30 seconds just to stop the clear stuff from moving around, and then I'm going to start doing the next pieces on this. For the flower, you can do the petals all but the second last one in one go. So I'm just going to add the clear stuff to each piece. Normally I would say don't do 2 pieces next to each other, otherwise the clear stuff will flow together. But you'll see on this flower there's actually space between the petals, so I can do all of them together except for this one. I will do half of it and then half in another session. So I'm just going to put my light on. I'm moving it out of the way now so that I can carry on moving on or glazing my main piece. With this one, again, I'm going to do glazing on quite a few of the little pieces. Just add my glaze to it, as long as, again, you don't do 2 pieces next to each other, otherwise it will flow together. So you can do quite a few of the little pieces and then pop that under the light. I want to show you guys how I did my cute little bunnies to give them a little bit more of a dimension. So with these big pieces, instead of just doing the whole flat piece, we're going to do them in different sections. So I did the one ear, and now I'm just going to add clear stuff stuff to the second ear, pop it in for about 10-20 seconds, and then I'm going to add clear stuff again to the body, but I'm not putting it on the little arm. So I'm just going to do the body and then cure that. As you can see, I didn't do it on the arm. Cure that and then do the little arm separate, and that just gives it a little bit more of extra dimension rather than just being a flat piece. Then you can go ahead and assemble your piece, and you'll see there's a hole in the front, and then looking from the top, a hole as well in the other piece. This is really for your microphone, so if you use this for video calls, the other person can still hear you. You can pop your flower and bunny piece in the back. It should be really tight. If it's not, you can glue it in, but it should be tight enough. And then you can pop your phone on, and that is your cute little stand complete. Now in your kit you would also have received your pop socket pieces, so take out that piece. I've already painted my little bunny. You're going to need your clear stuff, your pigments, your detail stick, a piece of paper, and of course your LED light. Now the paper that I'm using is just the back of my sticker papers, so any paper that won't absorb the clear stuff or any surface like a silicone mat, or you can even do it on top of acrylic blank, as long as it's something you can wipe off, you can use. I'm going to go in straight with the green pigment on this one. You don't need a lot, so just tap the back of the bottle until you've got some pigment into the clear stuff, and then just mix that in until you're happy with your little mixture. Once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to pick this up and pop it onto the pop socket, and then moving it around to create a little grass patch, or a little meadow I should say, without flowers. But once you're happy with that, you can then swirl your brush around. I like it because it makes it look like a little grassy, I don't know, it just makes it look pretty. Pop it under the light for a minute, then take that out again, and it's going to look so adorable. And then I'm going to move on to the sky, switching my LED light off so I don't accidentally cure my clear stuff. I'm going to add clear stuff to my paper and then also straight onto the pop socket. Now I'm adding it to the pop socket because I want to create a little sky scene, and I don't want the sky scene to just be a solid blue. Now back with my pigment onto the clear stuff onto the paper, I'm just adding some of the blue. Again, just tap the back of the bottle, and then you just mix the pigment in, and just look how beautiful it looks. So gorgeous. Then I'm picking some of it up with the stick and then just swirling it into the clear stuff that I've already put on the pop socket. The idea is to try and create like a cloud scene. So don't make clouds as such, but I'm just trying to not have a solid blue sky. Now once I'm done with that, you will notice that there's a clear separation or distinction between the green and your sky, and to just avoid that from happening, all I'm going to do is just add some clear stuff onto the green as well. So I'm just putting it on that line between the white and blue section, and then adding some more clear stuff to the green, making sure I spread it around. And then I'm going to cure this one for a full 2 minutes before I add my little bunny to it. So pop that under your light, cure it for 2 minutes, and when that comes out it will be nice and solid. And then we're going to add the little bunny. So I just used some E6000 glue that I've decanted into this bottle, which I was hoping would work, but it still didn't work because it's still going dry. If anybody's got E6000 storage tips, please let me know. Stick your bunny on, and then once that's dried, I'm going to attach it to my phone. I'm just using some alcohol just to wipe the back of my phone off, and then I'm going to measure it on my stand to make sure the pop socket is above my bunny and the daisy. So I'm just going to eyeball it really to see where I want to put that, and once I'm happy with where I'm going to place it, just remove the back sticking paper thingamabob, and then just stick your little bunny on, and then that is your pop socket done. Look how cute that is, and you will be the talk of the town with your little bunny on the back. And you can use this on your stand then, and it will fit on your stand beautifully without being in the way. Hope you enjoyed putting yours together, and I'll see you guys for the next craft kit.